All right, welcome Beachbody Champions. Today is April 7th, and welcome to our live exclusive for our Beachbody Champions training with none other than Allie Tessitore. Now, before I pass the mic over to Allie, I just want to brag on her a little bit in hopes to inspire you. So Allie has been in this business for 18 months now. She decided to go all in after suffering from severe postpartum depression after having her third child, baby Emmy. She and her husband have been high school sweethearts. She's very involved in her ministry. She's a huge CrossFitter. And she, at Summit, as a Diamond coach, decided that she was going to go all in, be unapologetically herself, and flaws and all, share it. Well, let me tell you that with that burning desire from Summit, Allie and her team ended 2015 as an elite team ranked number 64. Today, Allie is a 5-star diamond. She's a Success Club 10 legend, 16 months consecutively, and was able to take her family on their first ever vacation this year. She and her team sponsored a young lady who lives in Africa. She is just an awesome, big-hearted woman, and I'm really looking forward to her pouring into us. Now, Allie, I'm going to spotlight video you, and I know that was just a glimpse of your story. Do you mind filling in the gaps of that story a little bit?
Of course. Okay, so for me, I'm Allie Tessitore. Obviously, Keyshawn just introduced me, but I'm honored to be on this call with all of you. It's just an incredible opportunity to share my heart, my passion, which all of you have the same thing, to help people. But for me, my health journey, all of this really started, it's kind of been in the making for me to become a Beachbody coach. It started for me almost 4 years ago in June. That's when it all started, in June of 2012. And that's when my health broke. I was postpartum after my third child, 6 weeks. My husband was traveling and my health just gave out on me, literally. And during the course of maybe 6 months, I pretty much rehabbed myself from medication and having panic attacks to really discovering what it meant, my team name, Imperfectly Balanced, what it meant to be imperfect, flaws and all, but really find my balance in life with my health. And, during that 6 months to a year period, I did all of it alone. I didn't have support. I didn't have friends and people that were there to uplift me and cheer me on. And I did it alone. I'm unmuted. Am I unmuted? Okay.
Yes, you are. Sorry.
Okay. I did it all alone. And during that time when I was eating healthy and exercising, because that truly became medicine to my body, was nutrition and exercise, I began to fall in love with what exercise and eating the right foods started to do for my body. I was able to go off medication because of that. But during that time, I discovered my love and my passion and my heart to help people, specifically really towards women because of my own health, women's health, and balancing the role as a mom, a wife, and just trying to do all of it, and the pressure that we sometimes put upon ourselves, that we're meant to be perfect, we're meant to be superwoman, but we're really not. That's a standard that we set for ourselves. So during that time, I was looking, I was searching, I guess you could call it that period of my life where I wanted more. I wanted more for my life. I was still on my journey, but I was starting to find support, and I was trying to find friendship, and I wanted to give back. I had this void in my heart where I felt like I just needed to share my story and help connect with one person. And I went back to grad school. I realized that wasn't for me. I quit. I dropped out after a year. I started leading workouts for free, no charge, just trying to find something to fill that void that I was looking for, that passion to help people. So I already knew that there was a why. I just didn't really have a vehicle to use all of that. So one of my best friends from high school, my upline, Miranda, she started talking to me about Beachbody coaching, and I did not want to do it. I did not want to be a Beachbody coach. I did not think that coaching would be that vehicle for me at all. I thought it was a salesperson, and really I was just uneducated about the entire what Beachbody coaching is and the role. So I kept saying no. During that time, I created a blog. I started to get certified to be a holistic health coach, and I still wasn't making my mark. I still wasn't connecting with people that I wanted to, and I was getting discouraged. I was getting defeated. So it was probably almost about 9 or 10 months before I even like considered becoming a coach. And I was just about to leave for my 30th birthday, September 30th. And I was leaving for my 30th birthday, October 6th. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do it. I've been praying about it. My husband and I had been talking about the opportunity, and I realized I had nothing to lose. I had nothing to lose at all. So I was I'm going to take the leap of faith and become a coach and see what happens. So I signed up to be a coach on September 30th. I went on my 30th birthday party, came back, and within 2 weeks, I had my first challenge group up and running. My first one was November 3rd of 2014. I had 15 women a part of it, and my life has been forever changed since that day of becoming a coach. And I thank God every day for putting this opportunity in my lap, because I never saw it coming. I had no idea that Beachbody coaching would be my vehicle to help me help people and to share my heart, to share my vision, and to share my transformation and my story of overcoming the darkest place of my life, truly. So that's my story.
I love it. Thank you for sharing that. So you went from the darkest place to taking 9 months to saying, no, this wasn't for me. What do you now attribute your success to?
Honestly, I attribute my success to my why. I knew the day I became a coach why I wanted to be a coach. And it was deep. It was a deep rooted reason why. And it was the heart to help people. And I feel like as a coach, you know, you come into this and sometimes you really don't have a strong why. But I obviously want to encourage all of you that if you're a new coach or a veteran coach, dig deep, self-evaluate your why, because that's what has fueled me from day one. The days that I want to give up, I go back to my why I became a coach on day one. That's what's going to be your momentum. That's what's going to help you connect with people. It all starts with your why on every single level. So go to your core. I mean, that's honestly where my successes come from, is that I knew what I wanted to do and I just set out to do it. And I am here because of that, truly, because my heart is
go to sleep. I'll be right back.
All right. I am trying to keep up with muting everyone, but if you're coming on, there are now almost 70 participants. Can you please be sure to mute yourselves as you come on just so we don't interrupt the video? Sorry.
Do you know where any headphones are?
So definitely starting.
Yes.
Oh, goodness. Let me just mute whoever.
Someone's talking.
I can't find the microphone. Oh, there it is. Hopefully that's them. I'm so sorry, Allie. All right. So, and everyone else. So yeah, starting with the why is so important, and remembering that why and being okay with that why kind of evolving and changing. I love that. So you enrolled at the end of September 30th, 2014. When you felt that burning desire to lead an elite team in July, essentially at Summit of 2015, how did you cast your vision to your team and help them push for their goals alongside you, which is a question that was asked by Miranda Maenza.
Okay. Well, first I will say this. This is a little word of encouragement for all of you, is that I had no idea what it was. Is everyone muted?
I'm fine, girl.
It's okay. You're good.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Okay. Am I echoing?
No.
Okay, I'm good. I just want to encourage all of you that when I came into this as coaching, I did not know the business. I didn't. And, you know, I kind of did things backwards as a coach. So when I got to Summit in July, I did not know what Premier was. I did not know what Elite was. It was like the last thing on my radar. For me, it was just focus on my why, help people, have incredible challenge groups. That's what it was for me. When I went to Summit, it was like this big, like, aha moment. I was like, what is Elite? What is Premier? And it really was just like eye-opening to know that there was actually more in coaching, and you actually had a position to have leadership. So for me, I started really late in the game to even try for Elite. So all of you have a big advantage. You guys can start right now. You can start right now for Premier and Elite. You can grow your team now. You can do it now. I guarantee you, if I did it starting in August, September, you can do it. So that's the first thing I want to say. But for me at July at Summit, it was just this moment of our team was meant for greatness. And I knew that, you know, I was talking to Brittany Leggett at one point at Summit, and when she had told me that her team had pushed in her first year to 5-star Elite in September over that span, I was like, I can do this. we can do this. Our team can do this. I knew that we had women on our team that would support it and believe it, but the key is getting them to believe in the vision and the why Elite is so important. So when I had that burning desire in me, it was literally a burning desire. And I had one of my coaches with me. One of my coaches, Stacy, was with me at Summit, and we both went back, and she knew I had already told her what I really wanted for our team. And I went back in August, and on that call in August, I just told him, I laid it out there. I think I was crying. I was laughing. I was smiling. And I told him, our team is meant for more. Our team is meant for greatness. And we have an opportunity right now to leave a legacy, to make our mark. And I explained to them the benefits of becoming elite, not just elite, like getting early access to things, but what it can do for you and your community. Because I'm a very community-based coach. It gives you a position of platform to share your story, a position of leadership to help other people grow, whether it's in their health, whether it's in coaching roles. And that's really what I wanted for our team, was to have a place of platform to speak about their journey, their struggles, their strengths. But I told them, I said, it would take 5 of you. It would take 5 leaders to go all in and to commit and to make it happen. And on that call, I did. I had girls that stepped up to the plate. And I'll say this, I had some girls that stepped up to the plate that didn't make it with us. But then I had other girls that jumped on the elite wagon and they said, I'm in it. I believe in your mission for our team. I believe in what you're doing. And we did it. And I will say the key thing I would say for that span from September to December was that it was always at the forefront of our team. Elite was always the goal. We talked about it every single week. We talked about new people becoming diamond. We talked about Success Club for Elite. We talked about it every single week because that was the vision of our team. And if you don't have a vision, and if you don't share with your team why you want Elite, they will have no idea and they will not be a part of it. And for me, the entire process is not about an I, it's about a team. And I think so many people will confuse heading towards elite as an elite coach, but it's not. It's about your team. So I encourage you now, whether you have one person that's diamond or you have 5, give it your best with them and show them your heart, your mission for the team, and get them to jump in on whatever it is. Like they say, get on the train before it leaves you, whatever, the saying is, and get them to see your why. And it all goes back to that. They knew that my heart was community, and they knew why my heart was so into this, because it wasn't just about the elite status. It was about the platform we would have to help more people and connect, because obviously success is attraction, and the more successful you are, the more people reach out to you for help, and it goes hand in hand on every single level.
I love that. You don't have to know it all. And I just saw a chat pop up. You don't even necessarily have to know what elite is right now. Like Ali said, she had no clue what Premier nor elite was until she got to Summit. And so if you don't know what it is, I do encourage you to look it up in the FAQ. If you don't find what you're looking for, you can reach out to your sponsor, your upline. And if you still don't know, you can reach out to me. I will walk you through elite. But I love what you just said, Ali. You don't have to know it all. You just have to believe that you have that ability to achieve it, and belief and desire are those first steps toward achievement and reward. So I love it. And then being transparent with your team and being relentless in the pursuit. So do you mind walking us through a typical day in the Tessitore house? I mean, what does the power hour look like with 3 kids under the age of 10?
It's crazy. It's funny because, and Keyshawn can vouch for me, but I am the most organized person, but my biggest flaw is time management. And I say that because I am a workhorse. I love this. I love coaching. It is, besides my faith and my family, like I could do coaching 24/7. I love it. So for me, having a schedule, having a routine, having some type of process is what keeps me on track. If not, I would be working 24/7, and that's not healthy. That's not a balanced life as a coach. So for me personally, my days are always different, but they're still consistent. And I'm going to screen share with you guys exactly what I do, because I feel like then you can see exactly my process. But for me, I schedule out my days exactly. Okay, every single day is the same. Oh, someone's making noise. I schedule my days out on the Google Calendar, and I connect it to my phone so that my phone alerts me when it's time to switch my activities, which keeps me on track. And obviously life happens with 3 kids, with life, you're going to get derailed. But if you have a system that you follow or some type of power hour schedule, whether you use the BAT or you use some tracker that you've created yourself, then that's going to keep you on track. And for me personally, I would say that I used a lot of different trackers at first, a lot of different power hours, and I struggled trying to find one that worked for me. So I created my own. I created one that I needed to fit my routine and kind of my coaching business, essentially. So I'm going to show you my first schedule real quick. This is my Google schedule. Actually, I'll show you my power hour first. Okay, so this is my daily routine. And remember, this is going to look different. Can you guys see this? Or do I need to zoom it up? Okay, so this is my little schedule. I'm going to zoom it down, okay? This is for me. Okay, so if you're a new coach, this is going to look very different from my, routine. And if you're a veteran coach, it might look different than mine as well, because it depends on what your priorities are as a coach. So I have a morning routine, an afternoon routine, and an evening routine. Now, the morning routine might take me an hour. It might take me, usually it's an hour it takes me, depending, on what time I wake up in the morning. But 3 mornings a week, I do wake up at 5 or 5:30 to do extra work. But as you can see, my morning routine, it consists instantly of my devotional personal development time. Then I post in my groups. I have my 4 groups that I have going: Challenge, my Lifer group, which is a community group I have, my New Coach training, and Emerald training, my Diamond training. So I have a couple groups that I post in first thing in the morning. I share, and I have my workout. That's my morning routine. Same thing every single day. And like I said, that might take me an hour in the morning, but I do wake up early. Then I have my afternoon routine, which I will say the afternoon routine is my power hour. That is like sit down, kill it, get the workload done. And I go through my groups. As you can see here, I add my 3 new Facebook friends and Instagram friends. I go through Instagram and I comment and like all my prospects. And then I use Teamsy. I did not start off using Teamsy. When I first became a coach, I used Excel and pen and paper. And then I used One Page CRM, which is a system to track. And now I use Teamsy because I just love it. It's amazing. And I go through Teamsy and you can see I do 12 prospects. I connect with 12 prospects. I reach out to 8 customers. I connect with 5 coaches. And then I add 3 new prospects every single day. I do this every single day. Okay. Did someone have a question? I don't know if I heard something. And then I respond to all my messages. I check my Coach Online office. And then by then it's 3 p.m. My 4-year-old gets up from her nap. And I stop. I'm done. And that right there will take me 2 hours, the afternoon routine. Okay. It does take me 2 hours. That's what I'm saying. For everyone, it's different. It's not going to be as lengthy as mine. Then I have my evening routine, which is, this is very short on some nights because some nights I don't work. Some nights I do work. Some I don't. But I have my 5 p.m. share. And then usually every night I will check into my groups at least once, challenge group, and I respond to priority messages on my nights off. So this is what I follow every single day. I actually have it laminated, okay? I have it laminated on a clipboard, and I use a dry erase, and I go through, I put my Success Club points on the top corner at the end of every night so I know where I'm at. I also have little boxes on the sides that keep me on track. I have Monday through Friday. This is team information. Monday, I post something about your goal, and I recognize someone. Tuesday, I talk about Success Club, and I recognize. Wednesday is more recognition. Thursday is Success Club ranks and welcomes. And then Friday is recognition. So that's like my team stuff that I do that keeps me on track for each day. I have fill in the blanks. And then on the bottom are extras. Okay. This might not apply to some of you, but I have blog post, leaderboards, monthly meetup. I have like page. So I pretty much everything I need to know and do is here. Yours will not look like this because we're different people, different coaches, but you can create one that's for you. That is what your priorities are as coaching. So maybe it's not 12, 8, and 5 like I have for Teamsy. Maybe it's 3, 3, and 3. You need to figure out what works best for you. But this is my daily routine in coaching everyday life. And then one more thing I'll share with you guys. This is my little Google Calendar. Then I don't have to explain it in detail, but let me screen share for you guys. So I know a lot of people use Google Calendar. Can you guys see this calendar in color, Keyshawn? Okay, so this is my calendar, Google Calendar. I schedule everything, okay? And no, I am not perfect. I fail all of the time at staying on track, but I know every day when I wake up, this is what I follow. Unless life happens and I'm thrown off, I know how to get back on track. So 3 mornings a week, I wake up early and I do strict emails. I'm a very relational type of coach, so I do have a lot of emails with people. So I probably spend 2 hours a morning, 3 mornings a week in just emails, and you can see I have that scheduled. I have my workout schedule. The big red zones are family zones, okay? So I have my family zone zoned out. And I'm very specific in the sense that I have my Teamsy scheduled for 30 minutes. I have check my groups for 30 minutes, and then I have another hour of checking emails, messages, following up with people. It's very specific. I even have my call in here with Keyshawn. So you put everything on your routine. I even have at nighttime my hubby time, which means husband time, if you don't know what that is. And that's where you put the phone away and you be present. And then 10 o'clock is unplug. That's disconnect, be done with everything. So I schedule it all. And you can connect this with your phone as well. So you'll get little alerts on your phone saying Teamsy time, challenge group time. So it keeps you on track even when you're like in focus mode, and it just is an alert saying, okay, let's move on. So this is my routine. This is what I follow. You guys can screenshot this. You can look at it however you want. But I do have, just so you know, I do have one of my children home with me, my 4-year-old. So I am still a stay-at-home mom. I still run my kids everywhere. Everything okay? Okay. And I do. I'm a full-time mom. My husband works from home and then travels for work. So it's on me. So I have figured out a routine that works for my schedule and for my goals as a coach. And that's really how I do it every single day. I don't change much because this is my method. And I will say this, just find something that works for you, your power hour, and just be consistent with it. That's all that matters. As long as you're consistent with it, you will move forward in this business as a coach. Doesn't matter how you do it, when you do it, as long as you're consistent with it. That's the key thing in all of this.
I love it. And then giving yourself a system in which to be consistent with. Oh my gosh, girl, I feel like that is liquid gold. We can end the call right now. Allie, we've gotten several questions, and I know that you have particularly slaved over this, you're creating your systems. So you do not have to at all. But we've gotten a few questions asking if you would be so gracious to post this in the Champions page. You don't have to answer it now, but if you decide to, we would be so appreciative.
Hold on.
I'm going to ask again, please be sure to mute yourself. We have several people who are coming on, and I'm having a hard time keeping up. Please be mindful of everyone else and mute yourself as you come on. All right, so before we go into our fast question round with a few minutes left, just 10 minutes left, do you mind recommending a personal development book that is a must read, a game changer for you?
The best, yes. And this is faith-based, I will say that. And the reason why I say the best yes is because in coaching, you're going to want to say yes to everything. You're going to want to say, you want to do everything, and you can't. You have to make the most of your time as a coach. You have to. You have to make the most of your time, especially since I would guess that almost every coach, when they first sign up, work full time and they have other priorities. So for me, the best yes, it's not a leadership book per se, but it is talking about helping you find your balance and learning when to say yes, when to say no, and to really make priorities out of what is important in your day. So it applied for me. It made me realize what is moving my business forward every single day. And if it's not moving my business forward, then I'm not going to do it. And then the next one is start with why. I love it, honestly, because the core of everything you do, your how and your what, is your why. And if you don't know your why, you're never going to move forward, and you're never going to make the connections, and you're just going to be throwing blank darts if you don't know why you're doing everything that you're doing as a coach. So those are my 2 top books. they're my favorite. I have probably read this one 3 times, and I have went through Start With Why at least 2 or 3 times as well. Highlighting, check marking. I've done team calls on both of these books, and they will get you on track for sure with balance, with learning what's a priority, and then why you're a coach in every way.
I love it. Thank you. All right. So it's question round. These questions were submitted by our Beachbody champions, and I am going to start with this one. So you are huge into CrossFitting. Or you're a CrossFitter. I don't know the proper how to say it.
CrossFit.
You're into CrossFit. So what excited you about Beachbody programs? And Kristen Dorman McCombs wants to know, she has a bunch of CrossFitters who join her free groups, but not her paid groups. Do you have any tips on how to convert them?
Okay, so this was definitely the most challenging group of customers. And I will say for me, why I was attracted to Beachbody coaching, even when I did CrossFit, was it wasn't about it. For me, I didn't start the coaching because of the products. Honestly, I started because it gave me a vehicle to help people. It gave me an option to offer something to people and connect with them and create a community of trust and support. That's what drew me in. And one thing I can say for CrossFitters, I can talk for Orange Theory people, for people that do running groups, this goes across all platforms, is that the heart of everything in all of these groups is the community. It's the friendships that are formed. It's the heart of it. And it's like family. It becomes like family. And I can vouch specifically for CrossFit is that they're very connected. And if you can get the CrossFitters to see the community side of coaching and the community side of the challenge groups, that will draw them in. That's my first one, is get them to see the community aspect of coaching and challenge groups. You might not be leading with the product, but you're leading with the community and the support, which is deeply rooted in CrossFit, even Orange Theory, because I have a lot of Orange Theory people. So that's the first one. The second one is, and this is from my personal experience, is that CrossFit, the results are not sometimes not what women want. You can get bulky, you can gain muscle, and Beachbody products don't do that to you. They lean you down. They give you incredible results. You get muscle, you get definition. It's fast. It's 22 minutes, up to 30 minutes, 45 minutes, but you get results and you lean down, and women want to be lean. And that's one thing in CrossFit, is that a lot of women tend to get bulky. So for me, that was one reason why I absolutely am obsessed with the 21-day fix, because for me, I was able to hybrid and get the results I wanted while still having that outlet at CrossFit. Because CrossFit for me was an outlet. It was that community that I needed, tangible, to get outside of my kids and my husband being gone. It was just that real life community. And that's why I now have community in my coaching. But I would say that's the second one, is getting them to understand that it will maximize their results with CrossFit, because CrossFit tends to make you bulky, in my opinion. The third is that, hands down, the 21-day fixed nutrition program is the best. I was a Weight Watcher lifetime member. I have done macro counting. I have done everything. And I'm telling you, the 21-day fixed nutrition program is the best. And that's one thing that CrossFit, Orange Theory, those type of groups do not provide. They do not provide a nutrition program that is sustainable for lifetime. And that's what this provides. I do have CrossFitters now from my gym that are on my team. They're in my challenge group because of the nutrition, because of the community. And now they're turning into coaches because they're seeing the side of it. The last one are the products, because a lot of the products that are out there, Advocare is one of them that CrossFit uses, is it's not clean. It's not NSF approved, and it has dirty products in it. It's not clean. It has artificial ingredients. It has red dye. I'm not going to take that. And people are now starting to become more conscientious with their health in CrossFit and Orange Theory, and they're providing products that aren't healthy for them. So this is a perfect way to show them that these products are clean, they're NSF approved, and they're actually going to help your performance. And CrossFit is all about performance. And that's how I've roped in some of my CrossFitters and Orange Theory people. Those are probably my two group theory fitness people outside of Beachbody. So that's what I would say for any of them, is figure out why they love CrossFit, and it fits. It fits, like the nutrition, the products, the community. That's all of those areas.
Love it. Great answer. Okay, so this question comes from Vicky Alford, who is a newer coach and a severe introvert. How does she start conversations? How do you go about starting conversations and being so unapologetically yourself?
Okay, so first I will say throw the introvert excuse out the window, because introvert's not an excuse because there are so many incredible coaches that are introverts. They have just learned that it's all about connecting. It's all about building relationships. And it doesn't have to be this lengthy post of, this paragraph about who they are and why you appreciate them. And it just has to be simple. It has to be 1 or 2 sentences of how you connect with them. For me, I have a connect process, because for me, I'm not about cold inviting. It's very uncomfortable for me. And I don't feel like you really can get them to trust you if you're just like, hey, you just friended me. You want to join my group? I feel like you've got to establish that relationship, make the connection, figure out what their barriers might be, find something that you relate with them about. So for what I would do for you specifically, all of the new coaches, is when you get a new prospect, this is exactly what I do, okay? You're going to get a new prospect. Say it's Jane Smith. You find her, you find a connection. Because in coaching, you really want to find your niche market, target someone that you relate to. So for example, I find Jane Smith. She has 2 kids. She's a stay-at-home mom. I'm going to put her on my prospect list. Week 1. Week 2, I'm going to start liking and commenting on her page. I'm not going to reach out to her. I'm going to start liking, commenting. I'm going to start looking at her and seeing where can a connection be made. What do we have in common? And maybe I find something and I make a note of it. Week 3, I will send them a private message, one-on-one. I do talk nothing about Beachbody. I will say, hey, Jane, I know we're new friends on Facebook, but I saw that you have 2 kids. You live in my area. I love that you're also a registered nurse, and it's great to connect with moms that have something in common and find something in common with them. And that's it. I say nothing else. She'll respond. Maybe we'll talk back and forth. The next week, you go into week 4, I do the same thing, comment and like. I do not ask to join a group. At this time, I've made a connection about something personal. I'm following her on Facebook, taking the time to comment and like. It also puts me on her Facebook feed, which means she's going to be watching me. And if you're doing your job with sharing 3 times a day and inviting people to join your challenge group, she's going to start watching you. By the final week, which is around week 5 or 6, I will then invite. Usually it's inviting to the challenge group or to the coaching opportunity, depending on, where she falls in what category. And usually it's just a simple message saying that I have loved getting to know her and that I'm running these incredible challenge groups and I have no idea if she's interested, but I would love for her to be a part of our community. I feel like she would love it because 1, she's a mom. She's a stay-at-home mom and she lives in the area, so I have local meetups. And I ask her, are you interested? That's it. It's very easy, but the entire time is literally a process of 4 to 6 weeks. I give it time. I let it marinate. I put her on my list. And that's how I do it with every new person. And at this point, I am in my cold market. So most of the people I'm meeting are new people. They don't know me. So it is like I'm a new coach, essentially. I'm just reestablishing the relationship with every new person. And most of the time, I will say this, most of the time, these people will ask me to join my group because I've established a relationship. So I don't even have to invite them because they've already been watching me because I took the time to invest in them personally.
I love it. Oh my gosh, we are out of time, girl. You are just dropping all kinds of golden nuggets.
Sorry.
Ask you one more question before your parting words. Is that okay?
Yeah, okay. I mean, I'll stay on it. It doesn't matter.
You're so awesome. Thank you. I like to be mindful, especially since we're in hubby time now.
It's Thursday night. It's work time. Thursday night's work time. So we're good.
Okay. All right. So the next question comes, it's a little bit of a mesh between Whitney Shaney and Christelle Noel Reese. Where do you find business builders and how do you stay consistent with finding them?
Okay. So, I think someone's making noise. Mute yourself, people. Okay. So for me, I will say starting off in my first year of coaching, the majority of my coaches came from my challenge group, hands down. The majority of them came from my challenge group. And I feel personally, from my experience, that challengers know the product, they see the results, they believe in the community, believe in the support, and they are incredible coaches when they decide to go all in. So I would say that the 90% of my coaches, my business builder coaches, were challenger to coach conversions, 90% of them. Now I'm at the place where I am getting more business builders. And, it's the same process for me for business builders. I do the same thing as inviting someone to the challenge group. So it's just a matter of, I do the connect process. I know that they're awesome at health and fitness. I know that they post a lot. I know they'd be a great potential, but I don't invite them right away because I don't want them to think I'm in it for a sale or I'm in it to recruit them, because my heart's not recruitment. My heart is to get people to experience health and hope and community and freedom. So it's the same process that I do for getting business builders. I do the connect process, same with challengers. The only difference is that I always invite them to join my Why for Coaching opportunity every single month. So every single month on the third Thursday of every single month, which gives me time to start a challenge group and to get people acclimated to that. And then I have my, tidbits of inviting people to coaching. I always invite everyone to my Why for Coaching. That's what I call it, my Why for Coaching. On that Thursday evening, I share my heart, I share my passion, and this is where I have a lot of business builders join because they see me just like you're seeing me on video. They see my heart, they see my passion, they see my excitement, and honestly, when someone sees your love for something, they want it. They want to feel like you're feeling. They want to experience the joy. So that was game changer for me for getting business builders, was leading my first coach opportunity call. That's what honestly took me to Diamond, was leading my first coach opportunity call. That was getting solid business builders, was getting uncomfortable, which you need to do if you want to grow, and just putting it out there and, breadcrumbing the opportunity and just connecting with people. A lot of the stuff I do is one-on-one connection to get people to become business builders, but it takes time. It takes time. And I'm not at the point where I attract a lot of business builders naturally. I might attract 2 a month from Instagram or Facebook that reach out to me, but I'm not at the place where it's just a natural process. I still have to connect with people on a daily basis. I still have to invite them to the coach call. So it takes work. It definitely takes work, even still on my end.
Oh my gosh. Okay. All right, Allie. I don't want to take too much time away from you.
You're honestly fine. I'm fine. My husband knows.
I have another question. So this question comes from Brittany Nicole Hines and Crystal. I apologize for butchering your name. So Brittany asked, how do you train your new coaches? How are you duplicating yourself?
I love training new coaches. I do. And honestly, the onboarding system is everything. It's everything with coaching. And we all have our flaws. There's months where my Success Club base, which is not your Success Club base, just so you know, is how many coaches are hitting Success Club. Okay. But Success Club base, it's coaching has ebbs and flows. So one month you might do incredible and other months you might not. But the key is being consistent with how you onboard new coaches and how you train them. So for me, I'll tell you exactly what I do. It's like a 6-step process, maybe 5. So the first thing, when someone signs up to be a coach, they fill out my coach application. My coach application is on woofu.com. It is free. And on that application, it just talks about their why for coaching, their leadership, why they want to be a coach, what are their goals. After I get that application, I will then schedule, or they will schedule, a one-on-one call with me, okay, with Acuity Scheduler. It's a website, it's free, and they will schedule a one-on-one call with me, and we will go over their application. What are their goals? And right off the bat, I tell them they're going to help 3 people this month. Right off the bat. I am not afraid to tell them that. I say, if you're in this to help people, Success Club 5, helping 3 people is not an option. Have the one-on-one call. It's about 25 minutes, 45 minutes. Then I have my new coach training, which is called Growing Your Business from the Inside Out. It's 21 days, self-paced. And I specifically have it called Growing Your Business from the Inside Out because I feel like coaching starts with you on the inside. It starts with your why. That's the heart of all of it. And sorry, I was reading the questions at the bottom. So I have the new coach training. It's 21 days. It's self-paced. I love that it's self-paced. I allow all of my coaches, downline coaches, to be in the self-paced training, all of them. I do recommend that my diamond coaches duplicate the training and lead their own so that they become an established leader, but I allow my new coach training to be open for all. It's 21 days. Now this is key, okay? At the end of the 21 days of the training, they will take a questionnaire. It's a WooFoo questionnaire, and it lets me know that they've completed the training, okay? And the training asks them, what is Success Club? What is Emerald? And when I get that, I know that they've finished the training. And when they finish the training, sorry, I hear someone talking, or baby. When they finish the training, I will then give them all of my tools to be a successful coach, meaning I give them all of my meal plans. I give them all my training outlines. I give them everything they need to be fully equipped to run their own challenge group. But it comes with effort. They have to finish the training to get the incentives, okay? It goes hand in hand. After the new coach training, and during that time, I do have on the second Tuesday, I'm very specific, on the second Tuesday of every month, I have a group new coach call. And I have all the new coaches introduce themselves. I have all of them share their why for coaching so that a connection is made. And I just go over questions, go over the training, and I'm very, specific about my expectations. After being in the new coach training for a month, they will then move into the vital behavior group. Okay. The vital behavior group is specifically people that have graduated new coach training and then they're in the middle before they become diamond. And the vital behavior group is specifically working on the vital behaviors. It's learning how to be the product, how to invite people, and how to have personal development. And I have a call once a month just for the vital behavior group. And that's like my process. Exactly that. I have I can share this with you really quick if you guys want to see it. I have a little tracker that I give my new coaches that tell them that these are the no matter what's. Let me pull it up for you guys. Okay, here it is. So they all get this little tracker that they follow, and it's the new coach no matter what, and it lays it all out for them. It's very specific. They can check mark that they've completed the welcome email, the one-on-one, the new coach training, the PD book, and then I tell them their goals for the month: help 3 people and become emerald, and then their daily checklist. They follow the checklist, it's golden. They'll have progression in their, in their coaching business. They will get challengers, they will grow their team. And this is what they go by. I don't even tell them about the bat at first. I don't, because I don't want them to feel overwhelmed. I tell them to focus on this. And then when we move into phase 2, which is the second month, they get a whole new set of trackers and trainings. And that's my process.
I was trying to screenshot. Girl, that right there is so let me ask you this, Allie. How did you start branding yourself? I've been noticing kind of a consistency between some of these things that you've been sharing with us. How did you start branding yourself as a brand new coach?
When did I start branding myself?
How?
Okay, well, the how for me, it goes back to, and I talked about this at Atlanta Super Saturday, it all goes back to the why and the who. The why and the who, I like to call it that because you are the brand, you are the reason, and you are the story behind all of it. And that's what attracts people to you. So, I had the Super Saturday do a little icebreaker, and I had them write down, I said, I want all of you to turn to your right. You can't turn to your right here, but I said, turn to your right and tell the person next to you 4 words that describe you. Okay, those 4 words. And then I said, and also tell them why you became a coach in 1 sentence. So they all did that. And the reason why I had them do that is because that's who you are. And that's how you start to develop your niche market and who you are and how you want to portray yourself on Facebook. If you are a mom, obviously you're going to brand the mom aspect. If you're a healthcare, practitioner, whether you're a nurse or you work in the hospital, you can brand that aspect. But for me, I knew what I wanted. I knew that I wanted to target women. I knew I wanted to target moms. I knew I wanted to target people that felt hopeless and that needed support. And I just took it from there. I was consistent every single day. I shared moments when my kids were having tantrums in the car. I shared everything, okay? I shared my laundry on my dining room table for days. I stayed true to who I was and who I represented. And people began to follow that. And I created a following. And it even is to the finest details, to my colors, okay? Everything I do is black and white, has some pink. I've branded it because the details matter. The way you represent yourself in pictures, the way you represent and the way you speak on Facebook, it all is a part of your brand. on every single level. And that's why I say you have to figure out who you are, because if you don't know who you are and you don't know why you're a coach, then you really can't even begin to brand yourself. You can't. And I talk about it's really the power of you. It's who are you and why you're doing this. And I would tell all of you guys to self-evaluate. Who do you want to be? Who do you want to represent in your community? Because that's the driving force behind your brand. And the key thing is, I will say this across the board, and everything I do, I always do the 3 C's of branding, which is consistency, clarity, and constancy. Okay. I'm consistent every single day with everything I do. I'm constant, meaning I am constantly in front of my people. When they open their Facebook, I'm pretty sure they're going to see one of my posts or 2 of my posts, okay? And then clear. I am clear with what I want from people. I'm clear with what I do with my life. I am clear that I'm a health coach and I'm here to help people. I'm clear that I have anxiety. I am clear about the struggles I deal with my son's health. I'm open. I'm honest. I'm flaws and all, and I put it out there. And that's how you brand yourself. You just be true to you and you just share it. But it all starts with your why and your who. So I would tell all of you to write down words that describe you, and that's how you want to start branding yourself, or from those keywords.
All right. Starts with the why, the who, and then the you. I love it. All right, Allie. Well, you've given us 45 minutes of your time, and we are so appreciative. Guys, you are going to want to make sure that you share this recording with your team. Allie has given us some amazing tips and resources. Allie, before we leave tonight, though, do you have any parting words for our 45,000 champions?
Oh, okay. So I would say that no matter what, you have to, I'll say 2 things, okay? The first one is that you have to tell yourself today, it's non-negotiable for you to do the vital behaviors every single day. And I have realized that if you are not consistent with the 3 vital behaviors, and I also like to term it, my term, share, connect, and community, that's my process, is you have to be consistent, because you will never move forward as a coach if you are not sharing those vital behaviors, if you're not being the product, if you're not taking time to grow personally, you will never be successful in this business. I promise you, you will not. The 3 vital behaviors will result in you helping 3 people a month, hitting Success Club 5, and getting you to Emerald, Diamond, Star Diamond, whatever your goal is as coaching, or a Premier or Elite. It all starts with the 3 vital behaviors in hitting Success Club. The second, I'm actually going to give you 3, okay? The second is, I know Melanie Mitchell said the same, and I kind of have like changed it around a little bit, but you have to be willing to do what others are not willing to do to get where you want to be, bottom line. So if you guys want Elite or Premier, or if you want to hit Success Club, let's start with just Success Club, whatever it is, and say you work full time, you figure out time to make it happen. You do what other people aren't willing to do. So if that means you don't go with your staff from work to lunch and you sit in your car and you connect with 3 people, that's what you do. If it means you waking up early to send out your 3 messages and adding your 3 new friends to Facebook, you do it. You sacrifice for the greater cause of why you became a coach. And the last, and I say this all the time, and this is how I'm going to end it, is just be you. Flaws and all, put it all out there, because I promise you, your weaknesses, your imperfections is what will connect you with others. That is what will inspire others to be a part of your community. And that is where the connection is made at the heart of all of it, is you. So be you. Don't be afraid. I will not take introvert as an excuse, because you all have a story, you all have a platform, and someone needs to hear it. Someone needs to hear it. That's it.
Thank you so much, Allie. The chat is just booming with people appreciative for your time. You are so awesome. This will be recorded, or this has been recorded, and it will be posted in the Champions page later, champs. That's all I have. Allie, thanks again.
You're welcome.
We'll see you guys soon. Bye, champs.
Bye, you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.